Hello, everybody. We are live, and as you can see, Maree just got a phone call. But I do want to say hello to everybody who's here. Thank you for being here, as always. So grateful. Lots of things going on. I kind of wasn't sure if I should continue with the 3D questions or if we should go on to talk a little bit about the 5D. And I decided, let's go with both. If we get to the 5D, we get to the 5D, but I do want to make sure that we take the time to I don't know. A lot of people are very nervous. So I feel like if we can help you guys stay grounded, then that's what we're going to do. And welcome back, Maree.
Hi, thank you. Of course, I've been waiting for a package, and of course, they come just as you go live, the very second. I love their timing. So, thank you for waiting. But yeah, hi everyone. Oh goodness. So yes, I noticed your headline. I just noticed it when I got on with you.
Oh,
what you've got there. So,
yeah. Yeah. So thank you guys. Hello, good evening, everybody. I am so grateful you're here. And yeah, anything new with you, Maree? Anything going on over there in Australia that we should know about?
It's interesting because our political parties, one of them is sort of literally falling apart, and there's one that's been around. I think I told you this. This party, she's been amazing. She's been around forever, and she's never wavered from what she said. So of course everyone's now going, she's the only one that actually like says what she means, and so everyone is now, the polls are showing that this party, which has come out of like the blue, is like skyrocketing. So people are really waking up and going, we've had enough. So I think and a lot of people don't agree with some of her politics, but she's always been steadfast, and what she says makes a lot of sense to me. So that's going on, and yeah, just a bit spiritually, there's been a lot going on, like very interdimensionally, very other realms, lots going on a spiritual level as well. So
Yeah,
so that's for
absolutely.
me. So,
Yeah.
and what about you guys? What have you sort of noticed over there in the
Yeah.
US?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the US or not. I just feel like some days it's again, we're on that roller coaster where most days I wake up pretty happy, but there's some days that I just wake up and I'm just like, ugh, like like it's heavy and I don't want to be here and it's I'm tired of being in the same place for a while. Like I don't know, it's just this I don't know, like
Yeah.
blah,
Yeah.
like that
And
blah feeling.
often that happens when we're going through a shift, like through some sort of transformation. And then, once we know this, once it actually shifts, you get your aha moment, you have your frequency change or whatever it is, then you're like, oh, I'm back. I'm seeing things differently. But it's tough when we're going through those transitions still. I remember that in the days, like years ago, it would be months and months and months of that. And now it's like you say, it can often just be one morning or one day, and then everything shifted. So,
Yeah.
I just have to remember back to how it used to be. And I go, oh, this is so easy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And it's about really acceptance of what is too. When I see things happening outside of me, like this storm that it came out of the blue, it looked almost like a hurricane, took, in 1 hour, it was like, what is this? Like it just, stuff that has never happened before. Like this just doesn't happen here like that. Like I don't know. I just, and so it's the struggle with undoing the belief of all the conspiracy theories that are real and true, like the chemtrails and all this stuff, right? But if I keep putting attention or giving it negative attention, meaning I do not like that, that's a judgment, then I bring it into my reality even more.
Yeah.
So it's a struggle to see a chemtrail and go like, okay, next, like just being like accepting of this storm that is obviously engineered, and even the belief that the storm is engineered is a problem because it creates more of it. Like my beliefs are causing what I'm seeing on the outside. So it's about how can I shift what I'm seeing, right? Like, how can I shift and act as if that's not happening so I don't create more of it? So I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts on that, Maree?
I think we have to be aware of what's going on in our world. I feel that that's really important, is to be awake and aware to what's going on, so that we start to remember more that, hey, this is a matrix, and a lot of this is manipulated. It's really interesting because I've relaxed so much more about all the stuff that goes on in the sky with
Yeah,
the
I have too.
I'm
Absolutely.
just like, okay, that's, because yeah, you're right. It's like, okay, I just, if I want a day where it's fine or something, I'll go, okay, I'm just going to actually create a fine day. So
That's
yeah, that's
yeah,
what I tend to do now. I mean, I was
yes.
really angry. I've been seeing these things for years. A lot of people have no clue, years and years ago. And so I would just send in sylphs and undines and bless it and whatever. And now I'm like, it's okay. If I want a fine day, I just create it.
Yeah, exactly. So I've been going to bed and saying, okay, because of this book, Waking Up in 5D, I'm going to wake up in 5D tomorrow with clear blue skies. And let me tell you, it works. I'm going to say most of the time. And if it doesn't work, it's because either I forgot to say it or it's just meant to be that way. I don't know. I can't explain it when it doesn't happen. But it's yeah, it's a little bit of a struggle, but really at the end of the day, when we're judging something as good or bad, then we're attaching ourselves to it and we're making it grow. We're making it even more, like giving it way more energy. So it's been a it's that place of really detaching from almost like what's happening and just giving it love and acceptance so that it like goes to a better place. So what I've been doing now is almost like closing my eyes and imagining the world I want to see. Instead of
Yeah.
getting upset about what I'm seeing and judging it, I'm just like, no, no, that's okay. That's what I'm seeing right now. But what do I want to see? Right? Like what? And so I've shifted that whole judgment thing into, well, let's create something else. Let's create something different, you know?
That's
So that's
that's perfect. No, I love that.
what I'm
And
doing.
it's like, for example, with the weather, I call it weather witching. And I've been doing it for years and years and years. I would go running every day, and I used to love running around this little island that was near me. And one day I was standing under the under some sort of canopy because it was raining, and I went, oh, I says, no, I want that rain to go just for the next like 20 minutes. So I remember just going, no, it's okay, it's clear, it's clear. The next minute, the sun comes out, the rain's gone, and I finish my run. And I'm just going, whoa, I was only 20 something. I went, this stuff works. And so ever since then, I've done this thing called weather witching. And then I realized that we have the ability to tap into a day. So friends would be getting married and they go, Maree, can you tap in and see what this date and day will be like weather-wise? So I just tap in and I go, yeah, you're going to have blue sky. There'll be a little bit of cloud by about 2:30, but it's actually going to be fine. You won't get any rain. Sure enough, absolutely. So it's like, did I create that? Did I manifest that? Was I looking at a timeline where they were going to be? It doesn't matter. The thing is, I knew. And like, if we're out camping, sometimes people would go, oh, my friend would go, get Maree to do some stuff. And sure enough, we'd get breaks in the rain that it hadn't been even any breaks. So it is, we create our own reality. So you're spot on with
That's so funny because that's how I learned about this working as well was with the weather. Same thing. Same thing. I wish I would have learned it at your age, not at 40 something. But nonetheless, weather I feel is the easiest to manipulate within to get a breeze. If I want a breeze, I'm going to say from 3 to 5 minutes and it
yeah.
comes. Like just asking for a breeze, it just comes. It is so simple and so easy. Um, other
Because
things take a little bit longer, right? Like if it's raining or whatever, like you can dissipate. But yeah, absolutely. Weather was the first way that I realized. And mine was so obvious because we were on the islands in Panama, and I shit you not, I am not making this up. Please understand this. We went to one of the 400 islands, and over our island, there was a hole that opened up in the sky where where we had sun, pure sun. We got so burnt because nobody had lotion on, nobody, because it had been like overcast black, like black gray clouds. And when we got to that island, it was like literally I looked up and it was a hole in the sky. So it's
It's
crazy.
true, and and weather's so tangible, like we feel it, we see it, we experience it, so it's really easy for us to see an outcome. Yeah, so I love that. It's
Yeah.
true. You know, we create whatever it is we want.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah, just play with it, guys. Play with it, because, and there's something else too I've been playing with as well. If you stand on, and it'll work on concrete. I couldn't believe it did, but it did. But if you're on the grass or even on concrete, try it. I don't know. I can't guarantee concrete will work. My concrete here worked, but anyway, if you put your hands down, like by your sides with your palm open down, so like, like this,
Yeah.
like down here, like straight arms down, and just kind of let them hang. Don't put them hard or anything. Just and then just invite to feel the energy of the earth, and it will lift your arms up literally straight out. If you
Wow. I have
sit
to
there
try
and you slowly feel it, and slowly but surely, just 2 seconds later, you're going to start to feel your arms just rising and rising and rising and rising. Like right now, I can feel it.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy.
Well, everything's a hologram, this is the thing, and so everything works with electromagnetic energy. It's if they taught us the truth, we would just, this world would be absolutely amazing because people would be just creating whatever they wanted and having a great old time.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, okay, so should we move on real quick to what's happening out there?
Sure, sure,
Okay.
sure.
Well, let's see what if it's real or not. Okay, so the first question is, supposedly I saw a video of people crying because Israel, because Netanyahu had been killed. So true or not true?
Okay, let's and I'll tell you something. Oh, that one wanted to jump out. I'll tell you something as well that happened for me just before the show, which is really unusual, because I didn't even know about this. So, all right, let me just tune in. Oh, you're not going to believe the cards we got. Okay, first card up is a Six of Wands. Now, this is a victory of some sort. So to me, this means that whatever's happened is meant to have happened and it's for the right reasons. The next card is my Knight of Swords. He's my military card. And the next card was the Death card, the transition card. So I would say that, yes, it has happened. And this card jumped out when I first started. And I went, that's interesting. So somehow this is going to bring a balance about to move things forward to where they actually need to be. And it might not be what we expect. So just before, and I those cards, honestly, guys, completely random. And I was just tuning into whatever it was that needed to come through. There's this Australian guy that, and I haven't listened to him in a year. And I just saw it. I was looking for your Telegram StreamYard link, and I went, oh, I haven't listened to him forever. So I clicked on his Telegram page, and then there were these two other guys that just came up, and I went, oh, this is interesting. And they were talking about this. I went, what? What are they talking about? But what they were saying through their sources was that he was put on life support and taken to Germany because they were the only country that would take him. And they had him there for quite a few days. And they said, it was about the 11th that they had to turn it off. And they reckon that, this is actually what's happened. So I don't know, but I was going, well, I don't know. But those cards obviously confirmed something that was coming through me. So I don't know what anyone else thinks or feels or has heard, but to me, I've always wondered, remember it came up that Israel were being used because he'd acquiesced or whatever that word is, back in 2016 or 17 or 18 when Trump did his round the world thing. So I feel he was being used and doing what he sort of had to do. But I think it's probably time to have a change of leadership there. So interesting.
Yeah. So let's ask this question. If he did die, but like in 2000, not right now, did he die years ago, or was it like now where it was?
Was it? Yeah, was it
just announced, right?
Is this a great way for it to be publicly brought out at the right timing? So, and it's interesting that Chariot card wanted to come up first, that there was balance. They had to find the balance for things to move forward. So that's a really good question. Let me just see if he was actually a double or, someone else that had taken that role on, or was he being used?
That's why Dennis was saying, which one, the real one or the actor or clone, right?
Correct. This is publicly, I feel, it's coming out. So let's look at this now. This is so interesting. Oh, interesting. So the world cards come up. Now I'm just going to keep pulling, but this one always says to me that something's coming through that's new. So from the old. So it's saying, he may also have actually been a double or a clone, because we've got our King of Cups. Now this is the emotional master, but to me, there's always something hidden underneath the cloak. So this may have been Netanyahu, whatever his name is, 2.0. Yeah, so 5 of Wands. So there was some confusion and fighting, some action that took place to make changes, and the Sun's now come out. So this is, I feel that there was something that went on previously.
So he was taken out a while back, and then they were manipulating him and using him.
Well,
and and now it's finally that whole movie role is over.
Correct.
Yeah,
that makes so much sense, because I couldn't understand why those cards were coming out first. And I went, oh, this is so interesting. So this is why I love you guys asking questions, because it's good to have people's perspective come in on it. So I'd love to know if anyone's heard anything more that they feel, or any intuitions around it.
I would love to know what the cards can tell us about what this is going to do for the movie. Like, is this because remember they said leaving Israel for last. So does that mean we're there, or that we're at the end here?
Not quite. We've still got our 6 of Pentacles. So we're getting offered things, we're getting shown things, and everything's been staying in balance. So it's definitely something it's heading there. I feel that there's so much really that has to be covered. Yeah, because I was just thinking then, the 10 of Pentacles has come up. I mean, this whole financial system has to be like rerouted and restructured, or, brought out. So I feel that there's still more to come. And we know that there's tunnels, there's all sorts of things with wealth and gold, and just got a big ace with gold and all sorts of things, that, and it all has to be looked at. But 4 of Wands, beautiful. So it's building this safe place for us all, but it's going to happen still slowly. This year, I feel there'll be some big changes. I feel next year will be where there's the benefits really come through.
Okay. Let's see. Jim has a, I would follow up with, is the Trump that is in charge currently the same Trump that was president in 2016?
Okay. Well, we know Jim. I don't know. I presume people realize now there's probably six doubles of him. So I would, yeah. So let's just have a look and ask if he's still around and if he's still, a part of the scene. I guess as well. He's more of a leadership figure. Yeah. So let's just have a look and see if the
So,
actual
yeah, I would have thought it's the Trump that is
original
in
one is
charge
still
current.
around somewhere. Oh, that one's hot. I don't think we see him as often as we think we do because we've got our page of cups. So this is small steps emotionally with wisdom in it. And then we've got our six of cups. This is when something's being offered to us from a village. So I feel that his doubles do a lot of work, is what I'm getting. The magician. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors with it. But I feel he's still there from these cards. It's like we just, I think if it was something like, the president signing in or something like that, something really big, he would come through. So, but
Yeah.
I, yeah, still
Yeah.
here.
He's
Yeah.
still here. Okay. So is he the one making the decisions, behind closed doors, or is it really the white hats who are now making decisions as a council or a group or?
Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look and see. I mean, intuitively, I feel he's been a part of it, but he's more the leadership figure. He's more the one out the front, just doing the blaring.
Yeah.
But he's in on it all. But yeah, let's have a look and see what the cards say about the white hats in the military and all of that. Okay, you want to come out? Yeah, he's again. This has come up again. So he's it's like he's the emotional master, but it's hidden. His role is not to say, "Oh, we're going to do this next." That's to me. I'm getting that's the military. The sun's come out, so there's something brighter that's behind him that's working with that. Yeah. So look, I don't know. I think he's a spokesperson. He's a figurehead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay. All right.
yeah.
All right. Good. Um, I was hoping that was the answer and that he wasn't the main, like, the main guy making the decisions. Okay. Kathy wants to know, does Melania have doubles or clones?
Really good question.
We've never really talked about Melania.
In this way, no, we have not. Let's have a look and see. It's funny because I usually intuitively get a hit as well with this. So let's see what the cards come up with. Yeah, got an Eight of Pentacles. And it's still being worked with. So she's not also in all those places. Because she often won't say anything either. Yeah, look, Ace of Cups. She won't say anything. It's just a presenting of
Right.
someone. Masks they can do these days are just incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's good we're asking questions because that Two of Pentacles has come up. So again, sometimes she might be there, but usually I would say it's not her even.
Okay.
And they're just yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And Nick, I know that the general public are struggling with his actions for sure. And I think, I don't know if they are trying to set him up so that it comes out that all politicians are bad at the end of the day, almost like to teach the Trumpers like a lesson as well, because they're putting all of their eggs in that basket as well, instead of really understanding that they're all bad, like so I don't know. I don't know what's happening with that, because yeah, he is doing things that are um I'm hearing the stories about people getting picked up with ICE, and people that are good people that are being taken with their families, and if they're not with their families, they get taken and nothing, and they disappear. They're disappearing. ICE takes them down to Miami, and that's it. They just disappear. So, the way that that's being handled, I feel, is not the right way, for sure. You know, and they need to be asking for paperwork. They need to be asking for, you know, show me your visa, or show me, they're not asking questions, they're just taking people. And, so it's a lot worse than I thought. I just heard it from my mom when I went to visit her, and her neighbor was there, because my mom doesn't talk about this stuff at all. She's like me, she doesn't even listen to anything. And so he was saying how people were disappearing, how people now are so scared to even go to the grocery store. They're scared to go out. I mean, it's been really sad, the stories I'm hearing. Really,
Wow.
really sad.
Yeah. And it
It's sad.
seems like some of them are true because that Ace of Wands just flipped up.
Yeah. Well, they are, because it's
Yeah.
like it's my mom's neighbor. It's not like I'm reading some story, or it's not YouTube, it's not TikTok. No, it's next door neighbor saying that his friends are disappearing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. So is it down to the individual ICE, military or whatever they are? Is it down to them and how much maybe they've got too much power? Maybe there needs to be, you know what I mean? I wonder
it,
why that's happening.
yeah, I don't know, but I can tell you it's not pretty. Oh,
Oh,
wrong one. Uh, I have a What? A friend disappear also. Oh, a friend. Okay, disappear also on my job site, was hit by ICE. And they also tested the Palantir face recognition tech.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And yeah, so the Ten of Pentacles just came up. So it's happening to a lot of people. That would
Yeah.
create a real undercurrent of fear, I think,
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is one of the things that really bothers me about the current administration. So that's what I'm saying. Like, where are we going with this? Like, is it to prove that they're all bad? Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
you know? Um,
Look, it's really interesting. I wonder if he does. Do they even know that this is happening? You know,
he's gotta know. We can ask the cards.
yeah. Do they know that this sort of attitude is happening from the ice? From That's the attitude that's coming through. I think they do because our Queen of Swords has come up. So she's someone that's very direct, very, very like, this is how it is. This is what's going on. Yeah. And the World cards come up. So I think in a way, maybe they want people to be fearful so that they don't get so many people coming in. I know in Australia it was horrific. They would take boatloads of people and stick them on this island, and they wouldn't even get reviewed for whether they were truly refugees or whatever for years, for years. I mean, people used to go there and look at this. People are reacting and responding because of this
Mhm.
change.
Yeah.
I know in Australia, and do you know so people just stop coming. So I wonder if this is why they're doing it, is to just create this absolute don't come here. You won't be able to do anything. I don't know. It's because I know in Australia,
Well, let's ask the cards. Let's
yeah,
ask the cards. Is that the idea behind it? Because again, it could be that the ICE people are getting power hungry or whatever, and now they're, you know,
yeah,
complicating things.
yeah. Is it just the personalities of some of them? I don't know. It'd be interesting to hear if any of them. Yeah, yeah. Interesting. Okay, is this actually being done from the top as a strategy? look at that, the strategy card comes up as I said the word, the Seven of Swords. It's actually being done as a strategy. It's almost like scare tactic. Yeah, look, Five of Swords, like it really is creating a lot of confusion and fear and in people's minds. And then the Two of Swords. So, we need to ask more questions, but it seems like this is actually to put the fear of God into anyone that actually doesn't have proper American visas or citizenships. So it's a horrible way to do it.
It is, and that's where I'm with this. Like, I understand the idea, and I definitely agree we should check to see who's here legally and who's not. But I mean, again, who's going to pick our avocados? Who's going to pick the strawberries? Because they are the ones who are willing to do the work that no one else is willing to do. So without them, we are screwed. Like, we are screwed.
So what in Australia, what we do for that, because we're almost in a similar situation and we've got like a tiny population. So we have you heard of woofers? We have this where these travellers, like young people, want to come travel in Australia. So to get a visa for more than 3 months, they have to go and do like 3 months of fruit picking, or they've got to go onto a farm and help on a farm or do something before they can actually then get their time. And that works really well. So, maybe there's, I
don't know. I mean, and I see Jim and Jim's in construction, like our roofers, all of our roofers are Mexicans. They're all Mexicans. I had some work done here the other day when they were fixing my ceiling. They were from San Salvador. They do the work that no one else wants to do. And they are hard workers. So, I mean, they're amazing.
I know.
So it just breaks my heart to see the way this is being handled.
Yeah, look, I'm going to double check as well to see if some of those, the ICE people do like the feeling of power. But it's, because who's going to complain? I mean, the family are going to go, well, we can't say anything because we're going to get kicked out.
Yeah.
It's catch-22, isn't it?
It is. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's things happening that are going to make people really hate the current administration. And I believe this is one of them.
So I feel something's going to shift because the Four of Wands has come up. Okay. To me, this is where there's a safe home. There's a safe house. It's a safe place. So at the moment, this is going on, the Nine of Wands, and it's not easy. It's not been easy. And the Eight of Swords. So I do feel there are a few rogues as well within the system. I feel that the system's going to be changed though, so that people like that you're talking about, they can actually go in and then apply for like a work visa or something. It'll be a different strategy. The thing is though, they're in a way like they're, because what I remember them being telling us is that we will be taking out all of these, these really bad sort of people that have crossed the border and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, me too. And that's why I kept telling people, I'm like, no, I was defending what was happening, saying that. I'm like, no, he's just trying to get rid of the bad guys that came in, that didn't have wives or kids, and I'm defending him. And all of a sudden I'm hearing neighbors are getting pulled. And I'm like, wait, what's going on? It's not what we were told it was going to be at all.
Exactly. So, and it's interesting because I was talking to someone here in a lab, a pathology lab, and she said her brother was in New York and slightly darker skin, like, just a island type skin, nothing. And she said he got guns put on him because he had this watch on and they were going, oh, get your watch off. He's going, it's a watch. He's Australian. He said, it's a watch. And she said they had guns on him and made him throw his watch to the ground. And I know. So, so there's definitely some power hungry little mongrels in there as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think people need to start writing in and going, hey, this is not good. This is not what was said, was happening. This is wrong. This needs to be reviewed. All of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got to stand up. In Australia, we start standing up and sending in emails and flooding, the governor or whoever it is, with emails and phone calls, so they go, oops. So yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So
yeah,
I
look,
think what Kathy was saying is, could those be fakes through ICE? So
what,
I think what she means is like, do you think that Soros would pay people to get dressed up as ICE agents and do stuff too?
let's have a
Like
look.
fakes? That's the way I read this, like a fake ICE
Okay, I see
agent.
what you mean. Yeah, let's have a look. I feel that could have been part of the plan, was to put stuff into the system, because that Eight of Pentacles has come up. But I now I don't think so. The Ten of Wands has come up, so I feel it's nearly finished. He's nearly finished. Anything he's had his finger in the pie is nearly finished.
Yeah.
So there could have been some of it. Some's been created. Yeah, for sure. But I feel that with that card coming up, that Ten of Wands, I feel that sort of power, that sort of ability has really decreased. But there could be some that have done that.
So um so Dennis was saying the present way they're collecting people, are they forcing their hand to make them make their moves before they get to mine?
Yeah, I know
Mine
what he's saying. I think I know what he's saying, Dennis.
collected.
So are you? So you're asking maybe even the ones that are not good and are there. You mean they forcing them to actually leave before they get to them? Is that what you're asking? Is that what
Oh
you
yeah,
get?
possibly.
I don't know.
Okay.
Jen, quite sure. Just can you just
Question. Yeah.
yeah.
They gave. Yeah, everybody, let's take a deep breath. Let's keep that vibe high. Let's keep the vibe high.
And at
Okay.
the end of the day, this is going to change as well. It's okay. It's just, it is what it is at the moment. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Empress. Remember, let's create safe space. Let's create something
Mhm.
that's going to work for
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So
So let's all imagine then. I want all of us to imagine now with our powerful energy. Imagine this being resolved in a manner that is human and that it's humane, where it's done the right way. And so that, we can keep the good guys here. So, okay. So the other question I had was that also goes, could be, let's not say good or bad because I'm not going to judge, but so supposedly there was these bombs that were like these schools of girls was bombed. So is that a true story?
where was this meant to have happened?
So the U.S. bombed an Iranian school of girls or something like that. I don't have the.
There was some sort of bombing, but it's not what they're saying, because the Seven of Cups has come up. To me, that's the Chaos card. There's a lot of, well, hang on, what really went on here? So
Well,
yeah,
then my question is, if it did happen, was it
yeah,
really the U.S. or was it the bad guys making it look like it was the U.S. who bombed?
yeah. Let's have a look. This one's hot. I'll just bring him up. Exactly that. We got our Ace of Cups. So exactly that. It was a setup. So,
Okay.
and they'll stop at nothing. They don't
Yeah,
care about.
to make it look like the U.S. did it.
Yep.
Okay. Was it Iran? Sorry, that's my oven. So the question, that 77 Wild's asking is, was it Iran? So meaning then, if it wasn't the US, was it? So I think we can ask this as the real Iran or the bad guys, the ones that we're trying to defeat that were just overthrown by the current administration.
Let's have a look and see. Well, the problem is the deep state are sort of everywhere, aren't they? So Iran and the deep state, it's like it's really hard because the Iranian people are not the deep state per se.
Right. So that's the question is, was it the people that were there in power that just got overthrown by the current administration?
Gotcha,
Was
gotcha,
it
gotcha.
them?
Yeah, military card. So to me, that's yes. So that's my Knight of Swords. That's definitely a military card. Yeah, they were. You know, there's still stuff going on. The death cards come up. So there was a big transformation. But yeah, they needed to get people in a way back on side as well, because people were really pro, what was going on. So they wanted people to stop and contemplate that Queen of Pentacles is there, which means actually looking at your reality, what's happening. So, it was that wherever it came from, we can't say Iran, but we can say it was the cabal.
Okay, Lynn, let's ask about the other thing that was a US sub that was bombed and the sailors inside died or something like that.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. So that was the next question. Did that really happen? Or something related to that, where a sub was taken out? A US sub was taken out.
So US sub is that what the question is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Was a US sub taken out? See, I haven't been following it really, so I haven't heard.
Me either. These are questions that my stepdad hits me with because he hates Trump. So
just have a look and see. I don't know. I'm not feeling that that's the actual story. I don't feel that that's the truth of it. There were some, there was, that was the card as I was just getting it. So our 5 of Wands has come up again. So there was definitely some action of some sort, but I don't think it was as bad as what's being said, because the star cards come up. And to me, this is where there's decisions made that, are bigger than what we're hearing. And the 4 of Cups, it's like when we're offered something, but it's actually, do we really want to look at that and take that? So I feel there was something that happened, but I don't feel it's as bad or as big as what was being proclaimed. It's all I'm getting. It's confusion with it too. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hadn't heard of a sub.
I thought it was an aircraft carrier or the C-130 airplane. Had not heard of the sub. Oh, well, maybe that's why the card is being
there was confusion with it. Yes. So there's something happening somewhere, but it's not. Yeah, it's not what we're asking about, I think. So thanks, Jim. That sort of helps, because I was just going, this is not clicking in or connecting.
Yeah. So, well, I could tell by the, by your face.
Like, there's something really weird going on here. So weird. I can't hide much.
Okay, so Jim has a question. Bill Gates and some others being sued in Netherlands. Will this expose the bioweapon needles to the general public?
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look and see. I mean, we do know that it's probably Bill Gates 4.0 by now.
Yeah, the name of Bill Gates, because he doesn't
exactly the whole thing of it. Will this actually help to expose it or to bring it into justice or something? Yeah, that's a really good question, because it's out there. Oh, we just got a big fat yes. So it's going to really definitely help 77 Wild. This is actually going to definitely help. But you know what? Everything's already out there. It's just whether people choose to look at it or not. I think it would be really hard for a lot of people that pushed it and thought it was amazing, because we were so indoctrinated and lied to. You can really understand where they came from with that. So that'd be really hard to actually then have to go through, well, I've been lied to. So it's going to help bring something in that's new, because the Fool cards come up. So this might be something that's used as a very good foundation for things to then shift from, is what I'm getting. So yeah, but it's still a way to go. We've got the 9 of Wands card here, so it's still a bit to go in this journey. I feel it's going to come from a lot of aspects, not just from one place.
Okay. Okay. So Dennis is saying that it was an aircraft carrier and that it was fake news.
Okay, great. Because there's stuff going on, like I said, but it just didn't feel like what we were being told. So
Yeah.
something there might have been something that got taken out, but it wasn't anywhere near what everyone was saying. So yeah, is what I'm getting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. That helps, because I was just like, well, this is so confusing.
Yeah. So can we ask then about the aircraft carrier, since that way the cards maybe can.
Give us a
I mean,
bit more of
it's
that.
here Trump says it's fake news, but again,
Yeah, who
what do
knows?
you believe anymore? I'm telling you, I don't believe anything anymore.
Exactly. And I just want to ask, does your dad watch mainstream media? So this might be a really
Watches
nice.
anything and everything. Like he's on the phone 24/7 because he's retired and he doesn't do anything. And so that's what he does. He watches whatever comes on his feed 24/7.
So maybe this could be a great opportunity to say to him, most of that is fake and not true.
Oh, I've told him a million times and he gets really mad.
Of course he does, because that's the truth for him. And yeah.
It is.
So, okay, let's just see, was there anything around this aircraft carrier that actually got hit or had problems? Okay. Something's happened, because we've got our 10 of Pentacles, which is usually, to me, incorporates quite a few people or a situation. But then we've got our 4 of Swords. So there's something that's been hidden. It's so weird. I just keep seeing parts of it. Like if it's an aircraft carrier, was it just an aircraft that went down? You know what I mean? It's almost like, or was there something else that's gone on, that partially damaged or something, but not fully down? Yeah, it's fine. Whatever it is, it's okay, because we've got our victory card, the 6 of Wands.
Okay.
So whatever's happened, it's not huge.
Okay. So that's what I'm noticing, is that the news that are coming out are almost like showing the oh, thank you, Jim. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jen.
For they're kind of making it so that all the stuff that is happening to us, almost like look what where he has put us. Look at what's happening because he got us into this war. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think, honestly, we're never not going to know the full truth of anything. I feel there's so many, what I see intuitively is there's so many layers to this as well. It's like setting up something for something else to start, and then it's got this, it's finishing off. So I just feel the whole situation, it's just, it might not end. I don't know how we're all expecting it to finish, but I think there's something, a lot of new things could come from this that are positive.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So Trump said mild damage to the planes. Okay, so that's kind of what the cards are saying, that it was
That's what
not
I
a
was
big
getting
deal.
intuitively, as I was seeing as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for that confirmation.
Yeah.
I was seeing going on, it felt like a plane or something. Yeah, it's exactly right. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Because I don't listen to any of this stuff, so it's really nice just to get the confirmation.
Yeah, and then Jim has this question, even though I don't want to give it any energy, but I don't want to ignore it either. So he's asking, will they try the pandemic card again, possibly 5 or 6G, working with the nanographene oxide via the shots? So in my reality, it's a hell no. I don't know in your reality, but in mine, it's a no.
And there's the Eight of Cups and walking away from that scenario. So there's a celebration. It's not going to happen like that again, Jim, and the military. This is going to be more direct. So, you know, they've I feel they've been able to wind that down and
Yeah.
that's gone. I mean, the
If
fact
you're seeing, oh, go ahead. Sorry. I thought you were done.
no, the fact that, you know, they're also saying now how they're dropping back the amount of vaccines that they're giving to children and stuff like that. I mean, to me, it's sort of going the other way. So, which is great.
Yeah. 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 So, oh, I forgot what I was going to say.
So,
So that, to me, that whole, like, we've won, like we've won. Um, well, if they did it, it would be part of the movie. It would not be real at all. It would
exactly.
just be part of the movie. It
And
would
we all
not.
know now to say thanks, but no thanks. You know, I think too many people are wise to it, and too many people have had side effects. You know, someone was just saying the other day that they had to take it. They were a medical student. I think they took it. Then they ended up with neuropathy, virtually straight away after it, like which is like you know nerve damage through the feet, and they knew. You know, they said, this is what's happened to me. So I doubt they'd be taking anything again. There's too many people that have been burnt by it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Look, I love Nicole's statement. The world has ADHD at the moment. I love that. That's
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
Oh, funny. It's true. Yeah, take a chill pill. Let's take a chill pill.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. And something you can do, Jim, if you're reading things like that, just tell yourself, this is not in my reality. I'm not even contemplating this. It's not in my reality. I used to say that all the time. Now I just don't look at it, so I don't have to say it. But if I see something that is not something I prefer, as Bashar would say, I say not in my reality. I don't accept that in my reality, because there's all these programs out there that they're throwing out there, hoping that you read it, hoping that you will now bring it into existence, either to make it real or to create fear and get the loosh from you, because now you're in fear. So it's really about turning away from anything that is not from that beautiful new earth that we want to get to. So, you know, just really try really hard, Jim, for all these things that you put out in Facebook that you are seeing and you're believing. My suggestion would be, look away. Look the other way and just tell yourself, not in my reality, thanks, bye. Not in my reality, thanks, bye.
It's
You know,
so true, you know. Oh, and it's interesting. I just noticed Nick's comment. Yeah, I knew it was from a reliable source. It was one of Nick's doctors when she was in hospital that had happened to. I knew it was reliable. But that's it. We don't have to go there anymore. You're spot on, Elisa. It's like it's not something that will affect us. You know, I think it really. I know it helped me. I think it was like going through a massive initiation for a couple of years with what I went through with all of that scenario. So I'm never, ever allowing anything like that to be created in my time again. That's it. I'm done.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, absolutely. And Jim says, okay, well, some people are wearing masks. Right, because you are concentrating on that reality. I don't see anybody with masks. In my reality, I don't see anybody with masks. So it's all about what is your energy concentrated on, because the universe is just going to give you more of that so that you believe that more. The universe just gives you what you believe, and it makes you believe it more. It's kind of a mind F, if you know what I mean.
yeah,
So it's about really seeing what you're seeing and going, oh shit, I still believe this. Oh shit, I still believe this. Oh shit, I still believe this. Because the feedback loop in your like what you're looking on your phone, and because I noticed on Instagram, I was getting a lot of this, like, oh, you can't eat this because of this. Oh, now coconut oil is bad, or now this is bad, and now that's bad. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, this is like out of control. Like it got to the point where I saw the pattern and I'm like, Elisa, that's because you believe food is bad for you. So guess what? The simulation is going to keep showing you stories that are true that food is bad for you. So it's that's where the mind F comes in, because you believe it more. It's like,
And it's so true. And it's so funny because in Australia, no one ever wore these things ever unless they were Asian, because they like to keep their skin.
oh yeah, yeah.
They
But
always wear
that's just
them.
because
And
that's
that's just their culture, and that was fine. So for me, if I see a few around the place, I don't care. I just go, oh yeah, this is how it's always been. But it's, for us in Australia, we have cultures that do tend to like to wear them occasionally. But I don't go into that fear of, is there something? Are people starting to get wound up again? I choose to not go into that again. It's just like, oh yeah,
yeah,
you get that sometimes. So
yeah,
it's okay to do that as well.
yeah. I mean, use your precious energy. Again, I will say this, for good things. Use your energy to create a beautiful world. Use your energy to bless those that are less fortunate. Use your beautiful energy for seeing the beauty in a flower. Use your precious energy on beauty, on joy, on happiness, not on this fake movie that's going on outside of us, because it just feeds the fake movie. And then again, I heard this quote and I loved it. The matrix will exist until the last player leaves. Don't be the last player. Don't stay in the matrix. It's tying you to it. So, it's about walking away and really taking your power back, because at the end of the day, you're giving your power away when you believe it.
So true. Yeah.
So,
I know, but it's good. It's really good to have reminders, and it's really good. I love that we share here, because it's so good. Because honestly, Jim, I noticed a couple out the other day, and I just went, "Oh yeah, that's just part of what people do." And Maree sort of said that some people that have got a cold or flu, but they have to go
yes,
out, actually
yes,
being mindful now, because of the reactions that everyone got, from it. There's still
yep,
a bit of scarring there too. So
yep,
it's that's understandable.
yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah,
and that's where the
absolutely.
compassion comes in. Oh, that's what they need to believe, and that's okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. So, um, let's just stop giving our power away. Let's just go within and really, we are so powerful. We're gods and goddesses in a human body, but yet we are going outside of us to like live our life. And it's 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 about stopping their programming. That's why they're called programs on TV, right? They're called programs. That's because they're programming you. So it's about not giving our power away anymore, to other people, and really going within. So, oh, you're so funny, Jim. Okay, so the last question, alien card. I love the part where he says, sorry, not sorry.
I love it too. I love that. So,
Oh, Jim, you're one of a kind. Seriously. Okay, so alien card, either real or fake, coming soon. Yeah, I do keep seeing a couple of channelers that keep talking about, contact, and about more contact coming in, and blah blah blah. So is that going to happen? And if it is, um, are they going to try to present it in a good way or a bad way? I don't know.
okay. Okay. I think we'll just do the one question for now, if that's all right. And we can talk about this, Jim, maybe, on the next show, because it's sort of, yeah. Okay. So what the cards that came up were, they're going to offer something. They're going to go, look, we're going to give you this a little bit of information. They're going to make sure it stays balanced. So they're really still going to keep everything in the dark as far as I can see with these guys. Not yet anyway, for sure. And like, but when things do come out, I feel we already, for those of us that already connect in with the beings, like I had the most amazing experiences on the weekend with my beings, the soul family, and this gridding that happened. It was incredible. So we're already connected into them. But yeah, look, I feel that down the track that they're going to give us little bits and pieces to keep people guessing and asking questions and all of that. So, but nothing drastic yet is what what I was getting, as well as the cards sort of showing me.
Yeah, and what's coming to me is, what do you want, Jim? What do
Yeah.
you want to create? Close your eyes and create whatever alien card you want. You want it to be a certain way? Go for it. Create it. Don't, again, you're leaving it up to the simulation to create it for you. Just go within and create whatever you want. That's
Start
it.
looking at the clouds and watch them disappear when you ask if it's a ship. Oh, it's fun. You can play with this.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So, everybody, thank you for participating, for your questions, for being here, for sharing, for liking this video, and helping us find more of our tribe. And stay high vibing. Don't get your power away. Go within. The answers are within. And remember, you're the projector of what you believe. So whatever's on the outside, the questions really should be coming in here. Why am I seeing that?
Yeah,
So
I love
yeah. So anyway, love you guys. Maree's show on Sunday. Tomorrow I am interviewing somebody who has been to Telos and had several conversations with the people from Telos. So that's tomorrow at 7 p.m. here on this channel. So, okay, love you guys, and we'll see you later. Stay high vibing, don't forget.